scroll through LinkedIn or go to a large company's About Me page or just drive around town, and you're gonna see headshots everywhere. The problem is a lot of them are really bad. I'm gonna tell you what to look for and how you can avoid some of these problems, because it's only the image that you're using to make connections with new people that you want to do business with or have relationships with, right? It's kind of a big deal. The first thing you have to understand is creating professional headshots is a lot harder than most people think. Let me tell you a story. When I first picked up a camera and was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, I looked at my former background and went, oh, I've worked in professional theater all my life. I've been around headshots. I know what a headshot is. So I'll do headshots. How hard could it be? It's just head and shoulders. Spoiler, it's hard. When I first started doing headshots, the shots that I created, and I didn't know it at the time, were terrible. And when I say terrible, I mean like on a scale of 1 to 10 bad, hot garbage juice. So I went and I trained. I studied under one of the best headshot photographers in the world. I became his first associate photographer in my region. I was the first and only person in this region to be a mentor in his training program, training other photographers how to create better headshots. So since 2013, I've been specializing in doing professional headshots. What happens a lot in the photography industry is at times bookings slow down for people, and other genres of photographers, wedding photographers, family photographers, whatever, will need to make a little bit of quick cash, and so they go, oh, I'll just do headshots. How hard can it be? As previously discussed, hard to do. And it's not to say that those other genres of photographers can't get some decent shots, but it's not gonna be up to the same standard as someone who specializes. On the same token of it, you wouldn't want me to come do your wedding. Like, I would probably get some good shots, but I don't specialize in wedding photography. Someone who does that day in and day out is gonna get a much better set of images on your wedding day. Or to take it to another industry, it's why a lot of restaurants hire pastry chefs. Sure, a lot of the guys who are working in the kitchen probably can bake and do some things, but a pastry chef is specializing in that and it's just gonna get a better result. Or it's why your general practitioner doctor, if you have a specific issue, is gonna send you to a specialist. You get the idea. So the crux of it is headshots are hard to do. Not every photographer can do them well. Another very common thing that I see happen is people just don't put any effort into their headshots. You've seen it. So if you scroll through, it's very obvious to tell who just cropped down a family photo or a photo from a wedding. And it might even be a great photo of them, but it's not necessarily going to be great for a headshot. What it also says to people on a subconscious level is that you did the bare minimum to represent yourself in a place where you're trying to network and make connections. Using my experience as an example again, not too long ago, I was looking for a service provider that I needed to be able to trust. I needed to be very open with. So as I was scrolling through websites trying to find someone, I was finding a lot of images that I didn't respond to. It's like I was looking at these images and go, I don't think I can connect with this person. And a lot of those images were low effort, taken with an iPhone, cropped down family photos, and it felt off to me. And somewhere in the back of my brain, it was going, you know, if they're gonna put that little effort into how do they represent themselves professionally, what sort of effort are they gonna put into service with me? And then there's problem at scale. There are a lot of companies that need to do professional headshots for their entire team. In somewhere, somebody goes, it's just headshots. It's not that big of a deal. And they end up going with the least expensive photographer that they can find. And typically that's something like a grade school photographer or something similar. And someone who's gonna bring people in, stand them in front of the camera, tell them to smile, hit the button, send them on their way. What ends up happening is nobody likes those shots. I've been hired by loads of larger companies who, as I'm working with them, the staff tell me, they're like, the last person that did this, they were just terrible. They just told me to smile and go. You're never gonna get great shots with a smile and go. So the way that I work is, one, I work with my camera connected to my computer, so we see everything happening in real time. Two, I'm not going to tell you to smile. If I need you to smile, I'm going to make you laugh. And I take time with each person who steps in front of the camera to coach and guide them through the entire process so we get genuine reactions on their face. I review the images with them on my computer, which I just pointed to that you can't see, so they know that they've got images that they like. And if for some reason they don't see one that they like as we scroll through, which never happens, then I'll put them back in front of the camera and we'll do a few more. And so, yes, I may be more expensive up front to work with an entire team, but they're images that the team is happy to use and they don't have to be replaced as often. On average, you should update your headshots at least every 2 years unless you go through a drastic change of some sort. My recommendations to you are find a good headshot photographer, someone who specializes in headshots. These images are important. It's how you market yourself. It's how you network. It's how people that you're trying to build relationships with get to see you for the first time. And if you want to book a session with me, I will link down below. You can book your session online, and I will look forward to seeing you in the studio.